Hi, I'm Whitney with Brilliant People. So today's quote is from Arthur Ashe. And he said, to achieve greatness, you have to start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. So let's break that down just a little bit. First, we have to start where we are, right? Have you ever heard that saying you just got to meet people where they're at? Well, I think there's some real truth in that. We really have to figure out, where are we? What's our idea of greatness? And that's going to look different for everyone. So just really take an assessment and kind of decide what that looks like for us. And then we've got a picture, then we've got a target, something that we can shoot for. Secondly, you have to use what you have. And I think that comes down to that we've got internal resources and external resources. So those internal resources are really about, our creativity, our drive, our resiliency, tenacity, stick-with-it-ness, all those things. They come into play for sure when we are going after something. And then externally, it's the people, our network of people that surround us. It is our family and our friends and maybe their friends. I truly believe and have had this experience in my life that when you reach out to someone because you're trying to learn about a particular thing and you're reaching out to them to maybe hear about their expertise in that area, most people, when asked, are genuinely happy to have those kinds of conversations. Most people would probably admit that they get more out of being able to talk somebody through something like that and maybe give a little bit of their wisdom than the person who's hearing it. It really means a lot. And so just ask, just go after that. And then on the external side, the second one is the internet, right? We all pretty much have access to the internet most of the time. And so the world is your oyster and it's now at our fingertips. So the last one is do what you can. And really, this is just about staying dedicated to the cause, which is you, right? You are the one, you're worth it. And so do what you can by continuing to fail forward. And that is just a common thread through my life. I just feel like that has been such an important piece for me to remember that when I feel like I've failed at something, that it's not the end of the world, right? I got tomorrow. I can wake up tomorrow and do it all again. I can be sad about it or mad about it right now. And sometimes that's really healthy. And then I just need to set that aside and just keep plugging ahead. So if we remember, there are lots of people in the world huge names, right, that we have heard of, famous people who were all considered failures at some point in their lives. So Walt Disney was one. He was told by an old boss that he didn't have creativity and imagination. Can you imagine that? Oprah Winfrey was once told that she basically would never be good on television. J.K. Rowling was turned down 12 times. 12 different publishers turned her down before the Harry Potter series was finally picked up, before the first book was picked up and they ran with it. And at the time she was divorced, was on welfare, and had a child to take care of and to support. So that could have been, viewed as a failure. And yet look at her now. And last, but certainly not least, if anybody knows who Colonel Sanders is, that guy was 62 years old when he had had $105 Social Security check to his name, I believe. That's it. He was pretty much at the end when he finally decided to go run his chicken recipe around town. And it's reported that he was turned down over 1,000 times before somebody finally took him up on his offer. So that just goes to show you, and I mean, that's a huge success story because you look at how many years later and Kentucky Fried Chicken continues to do really well. So success or greatness, it's whatever we make it out to be. And really, you have to figure out what's right for you. So my challenge to you today is to own whatever that is, right? Figure it out, own it, and go after it. And come back and share it with us because we'd love to celebrate it with you. Have a great rest of your day.